Soulmates, I'm Yetti. Discovery time. You know how it is. I'm gonna try and get into who they are and why they've done the things that they've done in here, like the choices that they've made, and get into like the song and who they are gonna be, who they are now musically, and what I think maybe is gonna happen. I actually don't know anything about this group. I'm actually kind of excited for this. It's always nice to have a new group to get your like get our teeth into, even though it feels so saturated already. I hope they're gonna be. Oh, they're directing, so they're like very in control. Oh wow, from the beginning as well. That's wedgy. They're colourful, messy, youthful. What the heck? What the heck was that angle? This is how you know that the label didn't direct it, that they did, because labels will not choose to force us to watch that angle. I really like how, I really like how they've come around the corner with such energy, and they're a bit disorganized, but still like a team. Did they swear? That's different for K-pop. I want to hear his voice without all the production. Here's Martin. I really wanted to hear this guy's voice because the way it sounded. Oh, lyrics. I feel like there'd be something in there that I'd really love, but the kind of like auto-tune, like production vibe is kind of a little bit of a barrier for me. Yeah, so Martin's the producer. Oh. Oh, it's cute. There's a lot of very clear image. I really wasn't ready for it. It's also the fact that he's the first person I feel like we can actually hear his voice very clearly. So I don't know why him. It's his dream. This is actually different. When people say they're different and then they're just the same, it's actually different. Yeah. Their whole like attitude and vibe really fits such a Western style, and that would, let's see if they're gonna say anything else at the end. No. Okay. Which that whole like vibe really fits Western, like a Western market, and even their like where they've chosen to have this music video seems also very deliberate. Even like, to be honest, some of their like their faces itself, like their facial structures does feel like very like it can assimilate really easily to Western markets, because we know, especially if you're talking about America at times, even where I am in Britain, there is still this weirdness sometimes about Asian artists that they just can't quite grasp and get a hold of. So I don't know, they just seem to assimilate, even like what they're saying, the way that they're saying, they really are tapping into that vibe, but it feels very natural. It almost feels as if we've maybe got many members that are like dual citizens in Western areas as well, especially the rapper, like this guy here. Who is he? This one. He feels like he might be, but who knows? I like the fact that there is a real like basis in rap as well. I just feel like that tends to, for me anyway, I feel like that encourages me that there's a lot of like strength in the group, because I think with that comes, because like I've seen it go different ways in K-pop. Like you can do like the whole dance heavy, singing heavy, or rap heavy, but I like basis. And I just feel like the rap one like really gives me confidence in their lyrics, and I think it also comes with like a slight vibe. And I think that's what I'm seeing here. My only issue with it is the like overproduction on the vocals when they're singing. It seems like when they're rapping, they kind of reduce that. It's a style. I'm hoping the next song will have less of that, and I can actually just hear the song itself. Should we go through the like messaging? So from the beginning, I think it's very clear for them to say that it was directed by them. I'd also be curious to know how much else they did. Who the heck is Idiots? No idea. The messaging throughout the whole like go signs and the cars, it's almost like they are trying to juxtapose themselves with the car, because there's points where the car is in front of them or it's behind, and then there's points where the car is supposed to be them. So like when they're in the car wash, it's almost like they are the car, like they are, because at the beginning they were almost following the car, and I think the car is just supposed to be like their dreams, their passions, and then over time it's actually like it becomes a lot more cohesive, and it's supposed to be that they are in full control of what they're driving. I thought it was interesting the pedal to the metal. That obviously makes me think of YG. They're not the only ones that came up with that, but it just makes me think of them. And then they added that little bit about the bike, and I think that's just to give it like a more of a youthful vibe, that it's not like just like cars and trucks. It's like vibe. They do feel very young, youthful, fresh, fun, but they also have this, I don't know if it's just maybe their stature, and that they seem tall, like their build is slightly a little bit more muscular at times. It seems like, you know, they could probably transition quite easily into like more mature concepts without it being weird. It's fun rather than cute. One of the lines that got me was something about like, so all this stuff I thought was interesting, you know, bring the new beat, bring the new sheet, that they're trying to like really show something new and different to the industry. But the line that got me, I think, was like being in the studio and like your pants hanging here, pull up studio with our pants low. I think that kind of, to me, that denotes like a sense of confidence. But also it's kind of like part of a different time. I don't know if people still do that, but I know they definitely used to do that, like guys wearing their tell me, in your areas, do people still do that? I haven't seen that for so long. It's like a whole era, and that really does make me think of like maybe sort of 2000s hip-hop, and they're sort of like tapping into that whole thing of like maybe a bit of authenticity, and that like rap heritage. Or also, like, they keep referencing the studio and that they're going into the studio. So the process of making music is very important to them. And then straight away they talk about Martin. So I think Martin's their producer. Track is so sick. Okay. We can go. And then yeah, the rest of it is just the same sort of thing. I liked the direction. I think it was nice and fun. The song doesn't stand out to me. I think it does a good job of setting up who they are, and maybe what we can expect from them. Like, but I don't think the song itself is like a standalone song for me where I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get to know everything about this group based on this song. Not really. Oh, wow. What is going on? Okay. Oh, they're stranded. Oh, they're still directing. They're not leaving America. Oh, I like the unison singing right at the beginning. That's... Oh. This is like really... That was really cool. They've got this really interesting mix of like rap and rock and like skater boy, like the hip hop and the rock like mixed again, this like skater boy vibe that does feel kind of unique to me. Oh, we're hearing voices. Thank you. They're gambling with their lives and their dreams so that they can get what they are hoping for. Yikes! This is actually such a, beautiful. This really is a road trip song. Yikes. Okay. That's why that you feel. It's real. Why don't you leave him? It's a good game. Why is he always smiling? The guy on the tallest guy, the 17-year-old, he's always smiling. Even before, when they were like in the last song where they were talking, he was the only one smiling at that time. I think their style is quite clear. Like I said, it's like that hip hop, rock, skater boy kind of vibe mixing, which I do think is very different for K-pop. I haven't really heard other groups like that. You let me know if you have. And you see that like within their style, not just like fashion style, but also like the way that they're carrying themselves and kind of presenting their, even just like down to the makeup being a lot lighter, the hairstyles, like the expressions on their face, it all just feels a little bit more natural. Rather than they're like trying to make us feel certain things, they're almost just like doing their own thing and they're just hoping that we respond to that. I thought that was interesting, this whole scene of them basically, I think they're talking about Nevada, so that makes you think of, Nirvana, not Nevada. Nirvana is like, isn't it supposed to be like a mirage and some sort of like place that you're hoping to find that's going to be amazing. I thought that, so them being lost in this desert, it's almost like, to me, that's them literally saying like they're willing to go anywhere they need to go to fulfill this dream of theirs, and even if that means like being stranded in the desert. And you saw that little point where they sort of like looked at each other and had like a little fight, and there's moments where one of them is either sleeping or off somewhere or being left, but actually throughout it they all will still end up finding each other and still being that like cohesive grouping. Lyrically, I like. I think there's probably more lyrical like substance in the last song. Yeah, I think just because this one seems to be like repetitive in what they're saying, they're just saying it in different ways, which is, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's just different. And even like the way that the song is as well, it gets to a point where you know the melody, you know what they're going to say, and you can actually just like repeat it. It's like an easy kind of listen. Along the animals were really interesting, I thought, because it seemed almost as if they're either at the beginning the animal is like quite innocent, or it's just like not paying attention to them, and then it starts to actually like be this like very dangerous animal. Throughout the whole time it was always dangerous animals that were like coming at you, things that could either like bite you or affect you. And I wonder if that's them. Is that how they see themselves, that they can like have this kind of like bite and this impact on the industry? Or is that, are they talking about the like obstacles that they have? I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. I do like how they seem to be referencing quite personal stuff. So that is making me think that not only are they directing, they're also quite involved in like the lyrical process as well. Yeah. And this is interesting because like he caught the butterfly and it just like completely turned on him. It was like nice and cute and unique and beautiful, but actually like it cannot be contained, and then it started to chase him. I thought that was really interesting, and again could be like, I think it's probably referencing them, that it can't be contained. Because they're never really that scared. Like it's the presence of it, the initially that they get a bit nervous about, but actually when they're like face to face or it's like right up next to them, they're not actually afraid. Everyone else is freaking out, but they're just like, they're okay with it because they are really like chill vibes, like comfortable in what they're doing. Yeah, I want to hear more. I want to hear more songs from them. I hope that they're going to follow it up with some more stuff. It's not instantly my vibe, like musically, but I do think I like their style, like their kind of like presentation style. I always love when groups are more in control of what they're doing, because I feel like I'm actually hearing from you direct, so that's going to obviously make me want to get to know them much more. I almost feel like it's a setting up process. Although, to be honest, some people might absolutely love